Yeah, it's funny. I just realized last week I was talking about how this is the perfect winter show. Here we are in the middle of effing summer. Like, as when this will be released, it's the last day of July, right? Tomorrow is August. Literally in the dead center, maybe a little bit past the dead center of summer. We ain't getting snow for a long time. So probably by the time we get snow, this series will be in the 300s. And by then it'll probably be summertime for them. I do wonder if we're getting any more time jumps. I could see it. I guess it depends on the flow of the narrative, right? Like, last time they did it because they wanted the characters to level up. It's a pretty common anime trope, I think. Time skip to level up. I've seen it twice in two of the major series. I haven't seen Bleach. I don't know if I'm going to do Bleach or not. Like, nobody has come to me and said, you should do Bleach. I've just heard it's the other big show from this time period. But, the views for this are terrible. The views for One Piece are going down. So I would kind of like to do a popular show people actually want to watch me do reactions to. I know part of it's because of the way I run my channel. No thumbnails. And part of it is because full reaction. Some people just don't want to sync shit up. They don't want to watch a full reaction. They want to watch an edited reaction. I understand that too. That's probably 50%. I'd probably get 50% more views, irregardless of anything else, if they were edited reactions. So I understand all that. But I am saying, like, I just wonder if there is that mythic, holy grail show that people will watch despite all the adversity. Probably not. Because this is really good and One Piece is really good. So I don't know how you get better than that. But I was talking about time skips. And time skips are interesting because it gives you the opportunity to do flashbacks, but it also gets you past some boring shit. Like, for instance, they were going to do a time skip in A Song of Ice and Fire. And so, because the kids had started so young, and so they needed them to age up. And then when he ended up not doing a time skip, he was left with a lot of problems. You got a 14-year-old Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. That makes no sense. 19-year-old would make a hell of a lot more sense. So, and then you've got like Tommen, I think, I can't remember what age he is in the books. But he's just too young to be king. And so, like, if he added 5 years, he wouldn't be, right? So, like, it's just, it caused so many narrative problems, he might as well have just done the time skip. And the funny thing was, they said the reason he didn't do the time skip is it would take so long to fill in the backstory of what happened during the 5 years, he might as well just show us the 5 years. I disagree. Because when you start a novel series, nobody knows anything. They don't know anything about the world. They don't know anything about the history. They don't even know anything about the conflict. They don't know anything about the characters. They don't know anything about the world building. Nothing. The magic system. You start fresh. You start with a blank canvas and you move forward. Your first novel is an infinite time skip backfill. So when you start your first novel, you're filling in the backstory of an infinite amount of time that happened. The 10,000 years happened before the novel started. Plus, you're introducing all the characters, the world building, the relationships, the conflict. You did all that in the first novel. He did it. In Game of Thrones, he did all that. He did way more in a Game of Thrones than you would need to do for a 5-year time skip. He accomplished that, right? So now you're going to tell me that same person who accomplished all that can't fill in 5 years of backstory. Somehow that's impossible. When you've already got all the world building done, you've got the relationships, you've got the conflict, we know who the characters are. Now you just need to intersplice what happened in the last 5 years for these various characters. You can't do that when you can start from scratch and introduce the entire world. I don't believe it. On the face of it, it's ridiculous. So I've never bought that excuse. He didn't want to do it. So then he latched onto an excuse. Whatever. But in this case, I don't even think we had a lot of backfill with this time skip. And really, they just didn't need it. They just showed the evolution. Okay, now the character can do this. That's all they needed. Which, I mean, we get it. We buy it. Like, I don't think it's that big of a deal. We didn't need to see the montage, the training montage. So it would be easy to do another one, I think. The question would be what you're trying to accomplish. Maybe, like, you need, if we're going to end this series with Naruto being the Hokage, maybe you need to age him up even more so it's believable. So you don't have a 18-year-old Hokage. That may not necessarily be a problem because I think that we saw a backstory again where I think it was the third Hokage he got the battlefield promotion. He became a Hokage in the battlefield. Tomorrow you'll be Hokage. He may have only been 18 or 20. He seemed pretty young. So maybe that's not an issue. I don't know. We'll find out. This is episode 213, and there's no cold open, so we're starting the usual place where we start in that situation, which is right here, the very last frame. And we are going on one. 3, 2, 1. I love these statues. This might be the same statue. Yeah, okay. This is a flashback. Gotcha. Yep, I wiped my ass with that shit. Nothing. It's not gonna play out like that. Were you watching me sleep, dude? Panic attack, man. That'll get you every time. Guess you were watching him sleep in case he was trying to swallow his tongue, right? You should have tried harder. Yeah, lay your ass down. I'll watch you sleep from even closer distance. Let me dream some more. Why don't you shut the hell up? Gossiping ass. Why don't you mind your own goddamn business? Let's train with some shit that will never have any impact in the battlefield. I love those things. I don't think we've ever seen one work. Damn, dude. Yeah. He really was a little shit back then, wasn't he? I don't remember liking. I don't think I liked him very much at the very beginning. He had a reason for what he acted. I get it, and he's a little kid. I get it. Incompetent. Should have been higher. Andy was telling me that when he was a kid, he would try to run up the tree just like that. I would have too. It's I don't know what it is about that. That thing, the running up the tree is a thing that every kid would try. I guess because it feels achievable. It feels like we can't do the flips and we can't jump from treetop to treetop like they do, and we can't do the jitsu and clone shit. It feels like we can run up a tree. You know. That's right. I'm gonna kick your ass. This reminds me of this is how we met Kabuto, right? We ever gonna see him again? Like, what the hell's going on, man? Dude just vanished like Batman. Threw down the smoke bomb and disappeared into the abyss. He lost his little boyfriend, and man, it crushed him. He couldn't handle it. Well, to restore your clan, you're gonna need a wife, and we got somebody who's apparently applying for the job. He wasn't ready for all this. If you'd done it right here, maybe you could have saved him. But no, he wanted to do it himself. He don't want anybody else to do it. Yep, see? The lightning is the killing strike. So he was going to kill Red. Like, I'm still surprised by that. That's some cold shit, man. I mean, We judge people based on how they treat their servants and their minions. A lot of these people are trash, man. These will be some of my last lines for 150 episodes. Who's Pinocchio here? Can't believe he had the patience to listen to this crap. Yeah. Yeah, there's no future in that. Man, these flashbacks are exhausting. At least the creeper finally left. It'd be really hard to sleep with somebody staring at you, man. I don't know how you do it. Yeah, let's do the dumbest fight in anime history. Like I said, the fight started dumb and it continued to be dumb. Who cares if you're wearing your headband? I know I am, but what are you? Somebody throw cold water on him. Didn't we just flash back to this, by the way? I remember making that cold water joke just a couple episodes ago. How many times are we going to revisit this shit? It's like in My Hero with Midoriya sitting there at the computer crying and his mother comforting him. How many times are we going to see that shit? Yeah, this is a deeper cut right here. I don't think we've ever come back to this before. Him being in the box, I like that. Yeah, remember when we were all scared of Orochimaru? Man, he went out like a wet fart. That's right. You better look around. We're about to jump your ass. Heck, you're evil, but you can't cuss? Like, what are you doing here? Get your arm off my throat. No, you really didn't, man. We all think our pain is everybody's pain. That's one of the biggest problems we have in life. Somebody went through the same shit you went through, so you think that their pain is yours. No, it could be completely different for all you know. You don't know. You don't really know what they went through, even if you think you do. What are you looking at? Music's kicking, man. It's really accentuating what they're doing here. Here you go. Here it is. Now we can fight. Cold comfort when you get your face jammed into the side of the canyon there. Yeah. He was going full Fox this day, man. Of course, we've seen him do way more than that since then. But I think I like his fox design in this fight better than any other fight. Yeah, there'll be one more probably. Although I wouldn't be surprised if they never fight again. Like it's just a conversation. Because we've seen that, right? So I could totally see the writer deciding to go a different direction. And maybe that's why they're revisiting this. Be like, yeah, don't forget, guys, you already saw the fight. So what we're doing next is going to be different. That could be what the purpose is, right? Flashbacks should serve a purpose. Sometimes anime uses them to fill time, but I think they should serve a purpose. I think they typically do. They probably do in this case, I think. It all feels relevant. Rice porridge. Oh, Jesus. I guess it'd be hot. That'd be the only good thing about it. Put a little sugar on it, maybe. Yeah. I don't follow orders anymore. Here's my badge and gun. I'm out of here. Get that wood out of my face. Yeah, right. Let me rest some more with you not in the room. Sure. Sure thing, buddy. Yeah. Stick that rice porridge up your ass and leave so I can sleep. You better put on some clown makeup if you believe this shit. He'll be in the mirror putting on the clown makeup because I don't, there's no way in hell you believe he's going back to sleep. He gonna give up that easy? Come on. What the hell was that like? And why didn't you come after him the way I'm going after Sasuke? I would watch that prequel. Like I said, though, even if they were, you could be going through a very different thing than he was. He always came across as kind of a dick, though. That's easy to veer evil. It doesn't have to, but it can. Yeah, one of the themes of the series. You just have to reach a place where you believe in your heart what goes around comes around. This person who wronged you is going to get there somewhere down the road. It doesn't have to be from you, and you don't have to sit around waiting for it to happen. It'll happen to them. If you can get to that place like I have, you'll never have to worry about revenge or hate again. You're comforted by the knowledge that life's going to kick him in the nuts, because it always does. So I don't know if that's the way they're going to go here. Probably not. But that's one way to get rid of hate in the world. We all just be like, okay, well, let karma take it over, take care of it. He's come a long way. That's the purpose of these flashbacks. I said there was a purpose to them, but I just realized that's what it is. They're showing his evolution. Gee, looks like he snuck out after he went to sleep. Well, you stayed in the room, so that was okay. I'll give you a point for staying in the room. But he waited till your ass went to sleep and he took off. Huh. Yeah, right. Wait a minute. What the hell? He's still here? I thought for sure he snuck out. Oh, I'm a dumbass. Of course, that's a clone. Dude, you can keep that going for a long time. You can keep that shit going for a real long time. Matter of fact, he can start walking back with you before you realize what's up. Yeah, clones make it a hell of a lot easier to do a bait and switch like that. You can just go to the bathroom and a clone comes back and then you take off through the window, you know? Hey, man, I was just talking about your dumbass. Love this guy. Stop listening to other people talk about Sasuke and make up your own goddamn mind. I like being dumb. Yep. Like I say, clown makeup all around. Too late. Shut up, clone. I'll make up my own mind. It is an interesting little montage they got going here of everybody talking about him. Yep. He's going to kill him off. You got to take him out, man. He's got to go. Oh, shit. I don't remember that dialogue from last time. Is this new shit? I feel like I would have remembered that where you can read each other's thoughts if you get good enough. That feels like added dialogue. But either way, that's a fascinating concept. I think we're going to be seeing that. Take him out. He's got to go, man. I like the Halloween theme here. That's the question. I don't think so. I don't think he could ever kill Sasuke. That's exactly what he would do. Well, I am young, you asshole. Very observant. It's easy to just kill people, right? It's a hell of a lot harder to find a different solution. So who's more naive? Who's more childish? Like, come on. How dare you? Here's one of the key statements right here. No, when he was talking about friendship, I thought that's what he was going to say. He was talking about friendship. That's what matters. That was the key thing he said. But it's easy to just be like, just kill him, then you're done with it. You don't have to do anything else. Very simple, easy solution. And usually it's the childish solution is the easy, simple solution, right? But they want to call him a child. Here we go. Friendship. Right, exactly. Well, here's the thing. Like, there's what you want to do, and then there's what you have to do. Then there's also the contrived situations that writers come up with. classic example. I've never seen Man of Steel, but I know the debate at the end, right? The debate is Superman had to kill Zod and break his thing about killing people, or Zod was going to kill a bunch of people. That's essentially the setup from what I've heard, right? So Zod was going to be like, either you kill me or I'm going to kill all these people. Zod's trying to prove a point, trying to prove to Superman you have to kill. And so Superman breaks his neck and then starts crying or something, right? But here's the thing. Fans will argue there was literally nothing else Superman could do. There was no other way to stop Zod. But the writers put them in that situation. The writers could have wrote any other situation to give Superman another option. They didn't want to. They wanted Superman to kill somebody. So it wasn't Superman making the decision. It was the writers making the decision. See? Like, the writers put it as a binary choice. Either kill Zod or let Zod kill a bunch of people. Binary choice. There were no other choices. There was nothing else Superman could do. They painted him into a corner. The writers did that. So then the writers made the choice. Because there's only one thing you can do. If there's only one thing you can do, that's not a choice. Right? That's not an interesting thing to put a character through. The writers made the choice. Right? So what you need to do is you need to present the character with a multitude of options. And they have to make a choice among these options. And they can make any of these choices. Right? It could be 3, it could be 4, it could be 5. It just can't be a binary choice. So you could just say, okay, well, let me just kill Sasuke. Like if I don't, he'll get past me and he'll destroy the village. Or it could be like, well, I'm just going to keep fighting him until he gets tired and he quits. Right? Like that's a separate choice. You could do that. It's harder. It's more painful. There's a chance he could kill you, but it's a choice where you don't have to kill him and you don't have to let him kill other people. Or there could be another choice. You could do whatever. Like they have all these magical options, right? There's all kinds of magical options you could choose. There's all kinds of conversational avenues you can go down, right? So I think the writer's going to present a situation where Naruto has to make an actual choice, not a forced choice. Not the stupid-ass Man of Steel choice. And then it'll be interesting what he's going to choose. And I don't think there's any world where Naruto chooses to kill Sasuke. Now, if the writers force him to do it, then that's another conversation. That's the Man of Steel thing. They force him to do it. But if there's a choice, and I believe there will be, he will never choose to kill Sasuke. Now, there are fates worse than death. Maybe he could switch Sasuke's mind and put his mind in a tree or something. It's a magical world. Anything's possible. You could put his mind in a tree. That's not killing him. But he can't do anything. He doesn't have a body anymore, so he has to spend the rest of the tree's lifetime, hundreds of years, inside this tree, just being consciousness. Can't do anything. To me, that's a fate worse than death. I'd rather just die. But that could happen, right? So I think it's going to be very interesting, and I trust the writers enough and the original author enough to say I don't think it's going to be a forced choice. I think it'll be a real choice. But we'll just have to wait and see.